friends, it's Jasmine, and I hope that you all are doing well. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Jasmine, and I am a witchy content creator here on YouTube. So if you're into witchcraft and witchy things, you might want to check out some of the other stuff here on my channel. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. Your support means the world to me. I recently just did a Spirit Halloween haul. So if you missed that, and if you're into haul videos or Halloween themed videos or Spirit Halloween, I recommend going to go check that video out because I did not include this haul video. And I know that like some people really like hauls, some people really don't like hauls, but I also know that the YouTube witchy algorithm, at least on my channel, seems to really like hauls. And I also know that like witchcraft needs to be deconsumerized to an extent. Like witchcraft is not things, right? Like witchcraft is not what we own and what we possess. It's who we are and it's what we do. It's a verb. And I do feel like there are some tools that are necessary or helpful in the craft. I'm not one of those people who are in the intent is everything boat necessarily. However, this haul video is not necessarily just a witchy haul, it's also my birthday haul. And if you can hear my dog barking, this happens every time I start to film. I don't know if she thinks that someone is here with me or if there's someone here in the astral that shows up every time I go film, because my dog is very sensitive to things like that, but that's just something that you're gonna see here on my channel. If you're new, you're gonna hear my dog barking from time to time. These earrings that I'm wearing, these are from Spirit Halloween this year. I still have the all black nails, and then the pendant that I'm wearing is actually the symbol for Venus, this was a birthday gift that one of my coven mates got me. This is kind of a strange video, I guess, to make in a way, because it is kind of like a birthday haul, but to be fair, I've been kind of celebrating my birthday the entire month of September. And I normally celebrate it even bleeding into October because I kind of just celebrate all Libra season. And I am a Libra sun, so it kind of takes up a chunk of September and a chunk of October. And actually next weekend, October 15th, I believe, I'm kind of meeting up with some friends and we're gonna be going out downtown. So there'll probably be content from that as well. But this video, I'm just gonna talk about my birthday and show you guys some of these cool gifts that my friends got me and some of you got me. You sent me stuff from my Amazon wish list, which I so appreciate. So I guess to start with first, I'll show you this terrarium that I got, which one of my coven mates actually made me this. And I need to retape part of it, but let me show you guys this because this is so cool. So it's like this glass terrarium, and the fairy light piece I just need to like retape, but it's a graveyard terrarium. Isn't that lovely? So I was thinking about maybe putting this on like my year-round altar for my mom maybe, or maybe including this in some of my Samhain decor. I'm not really sure. Either way, I think it's really cool. And I love handmade gifts. I don't know about you guys, but when someone makes something with their hands, it adds so much more meaning to the gift. So I really, really love this. I thought it was really cool. I thought you guys would like it as well. The next thing I'm gonna show you is kind of like 3-in-1 here. I got 3 new tumblers, one of which I'm currently using this one right now, but I got 3 new tumblers. So I think it's safe to say that like my loved ones and friends know that we love a bev. We love a bev. Love a beverage. I am one of those people who I always have to have a little sippy with me, whether it be coffee or water or something else, okay, depending on the occasion. But this is the first one, which red is definitely like one of my favorite colors. I view it kind of as like a power color of mine. I also love the texture. Just think that this cup is gorgeous. And I also collect tumblers. And like, look, the straw is like even shiny. Isn't that cool? And then I got this tumbler, which I believe this is one of like the Starbucks limited edition ones maybe, or the collectible Starbucks. But this is a really nice like glass tumbler. And then I got this tumbler, which I believe this one was on my Amazon wish list. And it's just like a cute pink Trenta-sized tumbler. And you can't see it very well because it has coffee in there right now. And yes, I do drink my coffee black. That's just, it's honestly the way I prefer it. Really. I like bitter, strong, dark coffee.
Just like my magic.
Anyway, so it has like this cute crystalline design inside the cup, which I think is kind of fun. This is something that I got for myself. This is a Autumn Harvest vape juice. It's really good, really good. Following another similar theme, I got this Bath & Body Works candle, which it's the Bath & Body Works Leaves scent, to be more specific. It's divine. I'm showing it to you like you can smell it. I don't know. It kind of has like a sour apple, cinnamon kind of smell, I would say. Really lovely. I'm excited to see how this burns. And, you know, a Bath & Body Works candle is really a treat because I don't often get those. So I'm excited. This might be like one of
my fancy bathroom candles for when I have company over.
One of the gifts that I got, I can't really show you because it's my new tripod, which is really cool. I believe it goes up to like 6 feet tall. So that's like my height basically. And it has a ton of different lighting modes. Like I can change the colors, not only just from cool, warm, or neutral, but it also has technicolors, red, blue, green, yellow, orange, rainbow, flashing lights, strobing lights, dimming lights, like so many opportunities. So I feel like that's gonna really step some of my TikToks up. And I kind of wanna use like the red light, the super, super red light. I feel like that would be cool for like maybe a Saturn's Day live stream or something and just have a completely red background and red light. I don't know, I just think it would be sickening. One of my friends and former students sent me this from my wish list, which if you are interested in seeing a kind of review of this, let me know, comment down below. This is the Disney Villains Tarot. Now, this is something that I've actually wanted for quite a while, but for some reason, I just couldn't justify buying it for myself, which is silly, I know, because get yourself what you want, you know what I mean? I just think it's so cute, and I don't know. I've always identified, I feel like, with the villains, like Maleficent or Ursula. I've always identified with them. I find a lot of similarity. I think that they're way more relatable a lot of times than like the hero of the story. And maybe that's because I myself identify as like chaotic neutral sometimes, you know, or even like chaotic evil, depending on who you talk to. And I think that, you know, the Disney villains, they're complex and they have, you know, deep personalities to them that sometimes heroes of the story, depending on the writing, can have just a very flat line to them and they can seem very one-dimensional. So I love Disney villains. I'm really excited to use this deck. I feel like this will be fun to use at like maybe festivals or bars when I'm reading. So yeah, that's the Disney villain deck. Like I said, comment down below if you're interested in me doing maybe a review or a flip through or something of this deck. So this is something that one of my friends got me. And if you have listened to my podcast, As the Cauldron Bubbles, more specifically, the last season of As the Cauldron Bubbles, I did a whole episode with one of my coven mates where we talked about our cryptid trip, where we went through, I believe it was West Virginia, Ohio, Kentucky. Like we went through that region and we kind of followed some of the places that were shown in the Hellier series, if you're familiar with that. If you're not familiar, I highly recommend that you go check it out. It's called Hellier. Anyway, there's an episode in that podcast. It's called, I believe, Catching Cryptids. And so one of my friends got me a little chupacabra. I think that he is so cute. This is kind of my first like action figure. And part of me is like embarrassed to say that because I am super nerdy. Like we play World of Warcraft, we love MMORPGs. I've often kind of dreamed of having like a space in my house where I could have as like a gamer space. But there's also like a really weird critical part of me that kind of pushes that inner child down sometimes and is like, oh, we're too old for this or we're too old for that. And as I've, you know, gotten closer to 30, I'm just kind of at the point where I don't care anymore and I'm just really embracing the cringe. And I feel like that's kind of part of my my theme of my birthday this year is we're just being super cringy. Like even my friends who are meeting up with me when we go out for my birthday like outing, which is actually a couple weeks after my actual birthday because I was born right after the autumnal equinox.
I'm a child of the fall.
Even my friends who are going out with me, like we're all gonna be wearing really dramatic like cloaks and like kind of gothy witchy apparel, and it's just going to be sickening. I feel like because it is October, people might not necessarily question it too much. I'm sure we'll get some stares because we always do, and that's kind of part of the fun, but yeah. I'm just embracing the cringe for my birthday, and I'm really trying to work on like allowing my inner child to like express herself, and it's okay to enjoy, you know, conventionally or traditionally childish things. So something that I'm working on. So for those of you who don't know, I do have a merch store, and I recently rolled out with some new merch. One of the things that I got myself from my own merch store, I know that that seems so stupid. I got this sweater. I don't have it on right now. I probably should have worn it when I was filming this video, but it's 76 degrees where I am right now, so that's not gonna happen. It's a black sweater and it says "Live Deliciously" with like the sabbatic goat on it and like 2 little pentagrams. It's adorable. I also got these slides because I'm a big fan of slides, and they say "Horror Whore." I think that these are so cute. I also have some other slides that on one panel say witch and the other panel say craft. And these slides come in men and women's. My merch store is through Teespring, which is kind of like a third party. So I basically just like upload my own original designs and then they print it onto things. So when you order from Teespring, you're not necessarily ordering from me directly. You're ordering from a third party, but you are getting my custom designs. Not only that, it's a great way to support me directly if that's something that you would like to do. One of the other things I got for my birthday, which is one of the reasons why I'm kind of forcing myself to sit down and film this video today, because I'm really excited to hang this up, is this moon shelf, which I have wanted one of these forever. Like, I remember when these were trending on like Tumblr and Pinterest circa what, 2018 maybe, and I thought that they were so cute, but once again I was like, do I want to spend like $40 on a shelf? And I just wouldn't allow myself to, but now I have one, so I'm very excited. I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna put on it. I think I'm probably gonna put it near my sabbatic altar, which is like out in the living room. I'm in my witchy room now. That's this background. So I think maybe we'll put it over that altar and put like altar stuffs up here, maybe like perfumes or oil roll-ons, maybe some incense. I'm not really sure. And even though I loathe the kind of concept of a crystal witch, I do have some crystals that I collect and that I find pretty, and so I'll probably put some of those on here too for the vibes. I also got this candle, which is the Magic Potion candle from Mainstays. I've already used it a little bit. I actually lit this when we were watching Hocus Pocus. This candle smells almost fruity, which is surprising for like an autumnal candle, but yeah, it almost has kind of like a fruity, if you're familiar with the scent called fairy farts, it kind of smells like that. Just love all the little like pumpkins and ghosties. And then one of my lovely, lovely friends from my wish list got me my favorite Nabil Oud, which this is the red. And this is my favorite of their scents. If you've seen my Sahir scent magic video, talking about using vampiric magic and the power of scent in your craft, and this kind of like more from like a Sahir background, this oud is in that video, as is the black oud and the white oud. This one is my favorite, but I use them all for 3 different purposes. So if you're interested in like Middle Eastern conjure, go check out that video. And one of my friends got me this as well, which I'm quite excited for. I haven't even opened it yet, so let's open it together. It is the Ars Goetia Hound Saint and Stable Cake Ars Goetia. And I believe that these are like little cards, is what I was told, or a print. Yeah, so these are like, it looks like art prints. It's not all 72, but it's definitely some prominent ones. Look at Fur. And Boone, a personal favorite. I think those will make really cool Book of Shadow pages, or honestly, I might just put them in frames and frame them up and have them as like a little art collection on my wall. I love art prints, like love art prints. And so I have a ton of them in little frames. And most of the time they're like 5x7 or 4x6s, but I think they kind of look cool when you make like a collage with them on the wall. Also, something that I got for myself, which I'm really kind of excited about, is I got the actual like physical textbook of the first year for the Red Thread Academy. If any of you follow Taya Kennedy here on YouTube, I have kind of corresponded with her and like watched her go through her first year in this academy. And I feel like it was like really inspiring and fun watching her kind of go through this tradition system. And it kind of motivated me to consider doing something like that for myself. So this is like a 3-year program, and there is like the first year, the second year, the third year, but you know, you got to do the first year before you can do the second and third. And I am personally very excited to explore kind of like a traditional system of training, because while I do run a coven in my area, and while we are a neo-tradition, I just started it. There was, you know, once upon a time when I was coming into the craft community, there wasn't really a table for me, and I was made to feel very unwelcome. And so I just created my own space. And since then, I have grown our coven into a wonderful, powerful thing for all of us. And it's been going on for about 6 years now. We host open rituals about 4 times a year, and maybe some of you have seen some of that content here on my channel. We have closed Sabbats and open Sabbats. We practice magic and do ritual together. And one of the things that led me to this specifically is that this is an American folkloric witchcraft tradition, which is something that I find really resonates with me, considering I do live in the Americas. And a lot of my understanding has been through self-taught in literature, but more so coming from like Europe as far as witchcraft goes, aside from like the Middle Eastern sort of folk and ceremonial magic. I really am excited to have this opportunity to have some sort of real training, if you will, and I'm excited to explore this. And, you know, when I looked at the table of contents, at first, I felt like a lot of the stuff seemed like it would be, you know, a really good review for me. At first, I thought a lot of this stuff, I was like, okay, I feel like I kind of already know some of this. But the more I got into the book, the more I definitely learned that there was a lot more detail than what meets the eye. And I'm really excited to explore this. I just recently finished, like, I had to write an autobiography, which that exercise was extremely hard for me, actually. Maybe you would think it would be easy to talk about yourself or write about yourself, but I don't think it is. I really struggled with that, and I had a much easier time with the astrological natal chart interpretation, as that's something that I already do. I'm actually teaching an astrology class right now as I'm filming this. Tonight is level 2 of the course. Also, I got this book, it literally showed up on my birthday, basically at the exact time that I was born, which I kind of see that as a very powerful omen. Yeah, I'm excited to explore this Red Thread Academy sort of training and kind of see where it takes me. I don't know yet if I'm committing to like doing year 2 or even year 3, because like I first want to get through the first year. But yeah, I think that it will be really nice. And regardless of our knowledge or expertise when it comes to the craft, I do very much believe that it is a spiral. So it never hurts to circle back to basics and learn foundational understandings of like energy work, centering, grounding, ritual formatting. And here soon, we will be having a Samhain ritual, which typically I make our ritual documents, you know, leading up to the Sabbath. And sometimes we reuse old documents, but I also like to kind of like freshen them up year to year. And in this book as well, there's also some bits about Sabbaths. And so I'm interested to explore that exercise as well and see how I can compare that to the tradition that is a neo-tradition that my coven and I have already kind of been building, and how I can maybe merge these two worlds together. If you've made it this far in the video, thank you for watching. It's hard for me with birthdays sometimes. They're weird. I don't know. I don't know how to birthday very well, and they've always made me feel kind of awkward, but I'm trying to be better about that because I'm worth celebrating and people want to celebrate me. And I don't know how to feel about that all the time, but I'm trying to feel more cool with that. So I decided to make this video and show you some of the amazing stuff that my family and loved ones got me that I'm so appreciative of. And for those of you who sent me stuff via my Amazon wishlist, thank you. That is absolutely never expected, but it's always fun when I get a package sent to me, and I really appreciate it. Hope that you all have a beautiful rest of your day and evening, and blessed be, and see you in hell.